before we get into today's video, guys, this is just a little bit of housekeeping. So please see if you can watch the video all the way through. It definitely helps our analytics and gets our videos recommended to other people so they can enjoy the content as well. So we appreciate it if you watch the video all the way through. Also remember, like, comment, subscribe, all that other stuff. If you enjoy the videos, just leave us, a little bit of comment, a little bit of like, and if you want to see more videos, just, hit that subscribe button, and we'll keep pumping them out as long as you keep liking them, man. So with that being said, on with the video. So The Kingsman is the prequel to the Kingsman: The Secret Service franchise of films. And it shows the organization and inception of the Kingsman organization. It is starring Ray Fiennes, Gemma Arterton, and Djimon Hounsou. Now, with this being a prequel, we get to see what era the Kingsman started in. And it's really interesting that they chose World War I to be the setting where the Kingsmen really find their footing and decide to become an official organization, or rather unofficial organization. So with that being said, what kind of movie is this? Well, this movie runs the gamut. It's mostly very action and spy heavy, but it has a lot of comedic elements. The performances are they're pretty good. Ray Fiennes always puts out a really good performance. Gemma Arterton, serviceable in her role as Pollyanna. Djimon Hounsou really is really awesome in this film. I was expecting them to sideline him, especially being that in this movie both he and Gemma Arterton are domestics, but they are actually really on par with Ray Fiennes' Duke of Oxford character, in the idea that they're never belittled for their abilities. Their abilities are definitely on par with Ray Fiennes' character, and in certain respects, they are mentors to Ray Fiennes' son, who is a young man who really wants to be a hero. So I found that interesting. Now, in this particular film, we're actually watching the lead up to World War I. And even though a lot of these elements are historically significant and happened, like the assassination of Archduke Ferdinand and things like that, they play fast and loose with the historical elements because there's obviously a fictional side to this that introduces the Kingsman. Now, what I found very interesting is the way that they play with historical characters. In particular, Rasputin and other characters who I will not spoil, because their existence in the film is actually really integral to you enjoying it. Because when you see these characters, if you're any type of history buff or just a fan of World War I history in general, you'll immediately recognize them. And I thought that was very, very cool that they really put detail into making the costumes and the makeup believable, so that these actors portraying these historical figures look like the historical figures. So that was really cool. Other than that, you really do get a sense of dread and loss in this movie, and that's really complimentary of the World War I aesthetic, because you really do get to see that these characters are not above the events that are happening in the world. And with that being said, they feel the pain and the loss that is going on in one of the world's most terrible wars to ever see the face of this planet. So with that being said, how is the action? Now, the action in this movie is top notch. And the reason I say that is because whether we're talking about the over-the-top sword fights and swashbuckling scenes, or the really, really intense war scenes during the World War I trench warfare aspects of the film, you really get a sense of weight behind every punch, every sword swing, every gunshot in this film. And I was really, really surprised by that. I'm also surprised that this movie isn't getting more publicity, because it's actually a fine movie, but I kind of understand why. I mean, remember, we're in today's climate, and let's face it, this movie is starring a white protagonist, a white male protagonist at that. So, that can't be allowed, even though this is a pretty multicultural cast, especially with the addition of Jamin Hansu, whose Shola character is a boss. I'm talking about he'll take on anybody, and he is very skilled. But that's neither here nor there. And also Gemma Arterton being very, very, very capable at spycraft, and the way that she handles that rifle, man, boy, it was really cool. But again, because it has a white protagonist, Hollywood can't be seen to be promoting this film, and that's just a shame, because this is actually a really fun time. Now, there are some weird elements to this movie, in particular the Rasputin seeds. I'm not gonna spoil them, but they are strange. But then again, Rasputin was a strange character in history in general, so I mean, I guess it fits. But like I say, it's a really fun time. It was a fun time at the movies. I actually enjoyed myself far more than I thought. And if they continue with this franchise, which I really hope that they do, I look forward to seeing more movies. Obviously, with different characters in different settings. So, if I had to give a number on The King's Man, I would give this a 9 out of 10. So definitely go to the movies and see this, guys. It is worth the watch. And that being said, we're going to wrap this one up, guys. And we'll see you on the next one. 8-Bit Heroes out. Peace.